One day on LinkedIn, I got a message from Tucker Johnson. He asked me if we would be interested in reviewing Nimdzi's YouTube channel. Of course, I agreed because that's what we do here, partially on Localization Academy's YouTube channel. We review your YouTube channels. And together with Anny, after our thorough inspection of their channel, we gave Nimdzi's YouTube channel 13 out of 25 points. Now the question is, why is the score so low? In this video, you're going to find out why and what are all the areas that Nimdzi can improve on. Nimdzi Insights. Nimdzi Insights is an international market research and consulting company. Nimdzi advises on language services. Something. I think this is the similar thing that we saw before with the other companies.
It's not a about page. Yeah, it's a about page style, right? So
yes.
It's not about channel style. We want about channel style.
I still don't think it's that bad for companies to say what they do.
I think to me it's just like it's I don't really it doesn't stand out. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It's like I don't really know what a market research and consulting company like what is as Nimdzi, like what kind of company are you? Like I don't get anything out of this sentence except it's kind of just like if I'm a translator and I say I'm a translator, you know? Like I can't really differentiate you from the rest of the translator, then it's just like, okay, you're a translator.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so I watch sometimes this channel which is called Flux. They talk about design, and whenever they review the portfolios of designers, a lot of the designers put as their main headline, like the biggest text that you see above the fold on the website, that I am a Java or CSS developer, something like that. And he always tells them that nobody cares. Like, what is the value that you provide to people?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think.
What you meant,
yeah. It's just like, okay. Like I can't feel anything from you telling me you're a consulting company. I'm like, good for you. Like that's the only reaction I can say. Or like, what is if I don't know anything, it could be just like, okay, what's a consulting company? So yeah, but if you're talking about like, kind of like if you do localization, right? If you tell people like, oh, you do localization, people are like, they don't really know what's localization. But if you tell them like, I help companies around the world like bring their messages, or like you say the cool part of translation and localization, you bridge the world or something, people are like, oh, that's so cool what you do.
Right.
Yeah, instead of just saying like I'm in loc. Yeah. So yeah.
But they are here to help.
That's really weird. I'm sorry, but that's really weird.
Okay, please explain.
I guess it's like, first of all, I already didn't know what their channel is about, and then I come in and they're like, we're here to help, and I'm like, help what? Like what kind of help do I need? You know, the design is really good. It's yellow and it's like right there.
Right.
So you would see it, but then I'm just like, okay, yeah. So that's my first impression. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if people would actually search for Nimdzi without knowing what they actually do.
What if they come across one of their videos though? I guess they'll go to the video and then they would click back and say, oh, I want to see the Nimdzi channel, and then land here. Yeah, but to your point that we're here to help, it's like yeah, so I'll just say this as a little rant. Like a lot of the companies, they have the mission which is like to help companies. Sometimes they don't even say what. It's like everybody wants to help. So to me, it's like, we're here to help. Sometimes you see it even on the t-shirts of people who are working in the grocery stores. They're also there to help the shoppers. Right.
So it's like, to me, like everybody wants to help. Like every
It's
company.
like generic, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's such a shame because it's a cool design and everything, but the text is wrong. Like, I guess that's the word to put it. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so quickly we can check with the website, and I think it's pretty much consistent.
Sure.
I
Where's
know
the
it's their
website?
main color. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Nimdzi.com.
So, yep. Oh, shoot.
Okay, so I think so for the consistency.
First impression and home.
I just wanted to get the consistency out of the way because I know their website, so it's pretty consistent. I don't know how we would score the consistency.
You can tell by
It's like
going
yes
to
or
the
no.
website and going to the channel, they are one thing. So yes. Yeah.
But in which way would you rate the consistency, as a 2 or 4 or 3?
I guess like slightly consistent and not very consistent. The components of it. Yeah. But if you scroll down, because it's like, are you just looking at branding across YouTube
That's
and
the
website?
thing. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. So
True. Huh. Maybe we should leave this after we look at the graphics
sure.
or even the content strategy,
Sure.
because yes, that's something that will play a role. You're right. So okay. So let's
First
just focus on-
impression.
yes, the home. So I'll hide this thing. Trailer. We have a trailer, which maybe explains to you what they do. So that's about them. I've seen this video. So let's look at this thing here, which I think it's not very well done. So the sections that we were talking previously for Adrian's channel, we have some sections here, but I don't think that the person who was doing this put some thought into it, to the order. I don't know why you would put
Multilingual. First.
multilingual, like the affiliated channels, before your content, even though these are short. So technically, the shorts to me is still like a experimental thing at this point. But this thing, I don't like this. To me, this is sloppy. This is like lazy. This is like, okay, these are all the playlists that we created, but the way that how you can use the ordering is pretty much like what I would like the audience to see first, or like what is the most important or relevant content to me. And that's how you order them, because I think that if you just slap the created playlist here, first of all, the playlists don't look nice because it's cut off with the number of videos in it.
Yeah, it kind of messes with the thumbnail, right?
Yeah. And
Like
also,
I don't even know what the Nimdzi Live that one is, because it's cut off and now I just left with a bunch of text.
right.
Yeah.
And yeah. And if you have like a single playlist showing up, you can see here, it also shows the description of the playlist so people can get some idea of what are these kind of videos. And then you see the videos inside of it. I don't know if I'm maxed on the sections, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections. So there's definitely a more...
Well, 10 section technically, because you have the affiliated channels at the bottom.
I counted that one.
Oh, okay.
The featured
Never mind.
channels. Yeah.
Right.
So there's definitely more sections that you could create, which again I would say is to bring attention to certain playlists or series which you think are the best ones that you create for your audience. So this to me is not very thought through. So do you have any other comments about this first
Nope.
impression? Nope. So what would we give this? So they are using sections, but not very well.
I think your friend is in the chat.
Oh, Tucker. Oh my God. Jesus. I would put this as a 2.
Okay.
Are you not going to comment?
I mean, yeah.
You agree or no?
I do. Because it's like creator playlist is quite difficult for me to catch on, and I'm because I don't know anything about Nimdzi, right? So I'm just still stuck at the point of like, what the heck is this channel about? And after looking at the whole channel, I don't really know, except that they're here to help. That's my feeling. That's the first impression.
Yeah, I think Tucker, you need to have a chat with Anny finally. Anny, this is what we do at Nimdzi. All right. So you agree with 2, right?
Yeah,
2 stars?
yeah, sure.
I wouldn't put it as 1 because I think some parts are here good. Like
good.
This one,
yeah.
This one is also good. It's just this thing is messed up. Maybe I would even put it as 3.
Which thing is messed? Oh, yeah.
Just the sectioning.
Yeah.
But this part here, I think it's
the
good.
top is good. Yeah.
Do I put it as 3?
Yep.
Sure. Okay. Next thing, we have the thumbnails. So let's get into the videos. And this is where I might go into rant, but I already warned Tucker.
Yeah.
Do you want to start or should I start? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's definitely some kind of series. So you can see like the guilt means globalization, the language, like the first 4 videos, they kind of look alike. So there's definitely some series going on. What I don't like about it is there's a lot of text going on. So the first video, I have no idea what's after and innovation. I just can't read that. Right. And also, technically speaking, the big font is also quite hard to read. It might be better if I'm specifically looking for this video when it shows up in the search bar. But when it's a small video like this, it's quite difficult to read. And some text is even blocking one guy's face. So I don't know if he's happy about that. So that's that kind of, these kind of thumbnails. But the thumbnails I don't like the most out of these is the one with the localization that's purple. I think it's trying to do something like a sci-fi or like with hovering, but it's just like it's a blur to me, and it's kind of hard to. Aside from localization, I can read that very well, but I don't know everything else. So it's essentially not a standing out thumbnail. If you were to pop up in the search bar, I wouldn't click to it because I just don't know what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, thank you for saying that. This was the biggest thing that I absolutely didn't understand why you are doing. Like, these thumbnails are the worst. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like, there's so many overlaps, so many transparent things. Like, you cannot see the people's faces. The text is, I mean, last week in localization, I can read that, but like the whole design, it's kind of like, it's like big pixels. It's like coming together, odd. But it's not clear.
Yeah.
Versus this one with this handsome, bald-headed guy. This is the best thumbnail that I've seen on your channel, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the clear one. The other ones, that's like, so from the first row, the last 2 videos till the next guy that's visible, how to set up your localization metrics, those are all just like, I don't know how to say it. It's like one of the Zoom calls. You see it pop up on YouTube. Unless I'm super interested in the copy itself, the copy has to be really strong, or I know this video. Otherwise, I would never click on it because of the thumbnail. Like, because I don't know what that video is about. Like, it's just not very it's kind of like as if it's not even designed to me.
Yes,
it's just like it's grabbed from our one. It's like grabbed from our live, and when we upload the video, it's there.
So these are less than 1 minute. I think these are the shorts,
right?
But even if these are shorts, you can still
shorts could have like cool
customize the thumbnail.
Cool short series.
Yeah. So you mentioned this has a bunch of text.
Yeah.
This to me is good. I think this one is of course better because there's less text. This has more text.
Yeah, the tiny
but
one.
I think if we search it on the biggest
Can you
preview,
try it?
I can try that, yes.
Is we are here to help truncate it, or it's just the way you scroll it? Why is it? Oh, okay, just the way you scroll
it moves away.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it chops it. I still cannot read
No,
it. I mean, I can, but very barely.
Well, look at the second thumbnail. It's way much like if I'm really searching about guild, I'm like, that's so clear visually. I'm not talking about copy or anything, but just like visually, it's like guild ? I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to know, and then I would click on that.
Yeah, but this is a different style. This is just pure text. This one is head and a text.
Yes.
So I think
we can have guilt next to the guy, right? Yeah. But
yeah, it would actually match because your facial expression.
Yeah, he's like yeah. Guilt? Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this style is super good. You still have that yellow thing, which is another thing.
Yeah.
The other things, I know that you're going more into purple, which I think is also part of your branding.
But it's not in the top.
It's not true.
Yeah, it's all yellow.
It's on the website. Yes, there is a
purple?
purple. Yeah, it's like the golden and the purple. They go well together.
But the Nimdzi itself doesn't have any purple. That's interesting.
That's true.
There's a purple element.
But I think that if you have like secondary colors on your website, I think it's absolutely fine to use those colors as well.
True.
It's like hey, this is our primary
like
color.
our yellow and teal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well,
for localization.
I remember
like
that the
red and
main
white.
colors are like the yellow and then maybe purple one. The other colors here are just because it's, I don't know, different type of content or something.
Right.
But like this blue color, I don't remember seeing it before.
Well, it's in the one of the blurry pixelated style thumbnails.
True.
Like after localization, it's there. The blue is there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other thing that I've noticed just here, this is just a tiny thing. The picture of Yulia is black and white, but your stacker is colorful. I think it sort of looks inconsistent. So I would either put both people black and white, but then it would be inconsistent with this thing, which I think are sort of like the same videos in the same series based on the thumbnails. So I don't know why you put Yulia as a grayscale. And then we talk about these things. So these have no made thumbnails. It looks like just captured from the video.
Yep.
The same pretty much I would say here.
Yeah.
For these ones, I can see the chat here.
How to set up your localization metrics maybe is also not a thumbnail, I would say, even though that's a good nice white wall to write some text on it. Yes. Like loc metrics ?
Yes. And this one, I have no idea whose idea this was, but we already commented on this.
The webinar one looks at least cleaner. That's the kind of ones you like,
this
right?
One, the ASL.
No. The purple,
this one.
Yeah, like icons and text. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
There's also the yellow and white style. How LSP can secure metric
but that's
clients.
also just from the slide.
Okay.
It looks like you are playing.
It is. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another pixelated style. Yep.
Yeah. Pixels. I don't even want to go further. 6 months. Okay. Where are we? Okay, graphics. Give me. Okay, so what do you think? I would say
2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. What does they say? It's an efficiency decision. That's why they suck. Okay.
It looks kind of complicated to come up in the first. Wouldn't it be like lots of layers and
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true,
yeah. That's actually the most complicated thumbnail out of all of them. But
I think that when I wait, I think when you
maybe it's not
press the
about the
video,
creation process.
I think there's some weird animation here
Hello
at the start,
and
which is also
welcome
very choppy,
to
by
another
the way.
episode of Last Week in Localization, the show where we talk about the latest from the area
Does it
of
do those
localization
pixelated
when it
things?
comes to research,
I
events.
see it. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's a good point, Annie. Like,
The expert explain seems to be like a better reuse, simple.
It's better and it's simple. Yeah.
Yeah, version.
Yeah. No. Anyway, next thing, content strategy. Would you sub? Playlists. Last week in localization. Okay, interesting. Nimdzi learning, education training, webinars, lessons in localization. I know some of these things, what they are about, so I guess I'm just going to throw the ball at you and...
Well, I still kind of don't really know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to judge. If you do, wait, let me look at the first few copies. Machine interpreting. Well, it's truncated. I can't see the rest. 9 category. TMS. I don't know all the loc channels, but if let's say all the channels I know are, you know, the 2 channels we reviewed last time and the Nimdzi channel, and I'm a localization professional looking for more info on the industry, at least this one has more content and more stuff, and it seems more relevant to my job.
Yes.
So I would sub, probably.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, like I probably, even though I work in loc, I probably wouldn't sub the previous 2 channel we reviewed because they're not as, like, how do I say it? I feel like this goes beyond just Nimdzi themselves, because you have the playlist of last week in loc. So those are like interesting. Even if I'm not really interested in the company, I could still listen to those, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ouch. I'm still not sure how to evaluate the
content strategy,
the consistency. Yes, I mean what you said is good. Like definitely these values I think are made to educate people. It's not like hey, this is, I don't know.
I think I don't remember. I don't remember which one was it last time. There was a lot about like how to use their tool. So
RWS.
Yeah. It's a little bit smaller, right? Because if I don't use their tool, I probably won't want to sub their channel.
True.
But this is like, if you're a loc professional, like the last week in loc would always be interesting to you. And there's also different stuff about like loc metrics. I don't need to be interested in Nimdzi to want to know about loc metrics, right? Any loc professional would want to know that. So, yeah. So I think it's would sub more likely than the others. Yeah. But I might have trouble finding the material I want because of the thumbnails and the text. Yeah, because the first thing is the thumbnails, right? You refer to the thumbnails. If you can't find it, I guess you're looking for the copy, but the copy texts some of them are truncated. So yeah, I would kind of need to spend a lot of time to find it, which makes this playlist probably more important. So at least there are some playlists that I can refer to.
Yeah, the last thing that I want to sort of crack is the frequency. I mean, the consistency of creating the content.
Right.
Welcome
which is why I need to. No, I want to open the playlist. Play all.
Welcome to Last Week in Localization, the show where we talk about the latest.
Stupid. Okay, let me do it one more time. 1, 2. So there's the chat replay. Okay, hi. So this is what I wanted. Private video. But it doesn't show the dates. Fuck. I'm just going to look here.
Yeah, only can do videos.
So last week was 3 weeks ago. Okay, 4 weeks ago. Last week, 1 month ago. Is there another last week? Wait, was it... Does it have a different format? 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Where is Sarah? Is this also last week? This is not titled as last week. I'm confused.
Inconsistent.
But Sarah is there, yeah. Is it part of the playlist?
Welcome to last week.
Last week. Episode 1. I'm confused.
Which actually led
August 9th.
Another episode of
Someone
wonder
commented,
what
Ahmed
this
commented,
hashtag is.
Nimdzi, a cool branding and a catch YouTube channel for anyone interested to learn about the language industry. So yeah, so if I'm that's the scenario we just said, right?
so wherein
If you're working professional in local,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I see the last one was August 9th, and the previous one was August 5, which is just 4 days before. And then the one before was July 19th, which doesn't seem to point to any consistency in planning when this is done. And I'm also confused from the playlist. Do I have it wrong or what is going on? This is Last Week in Log with Sarah, episode 1. Then this one is called Last Week in Localization, and these other things are not called Last Week in Localization. I'm confused. Anyway, I don't want to spend more time on this. I think I got my answer
Okay.
just based on this, so I don't think there is any strategy to it. To me, it seems more like ad hoc thing. But you said, but we like the content, right? Like the content seems to be helpful, like people sharing what they know about localization.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So I wouldn't give this 4 because I think we gave 4 to Adrian.
Yeah.
So this would be 3 or 2.
I mean, I would still say there's some kind of strategy to it.
Okay.
So it's 3, because they have series, right? So it's not like they just randomly be putting out. I feel like the Black History video might be the forever metrics bar. That was just so odd. Yeah, that was really random. Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
these are
Okay.
relevant.
We'll do 3 stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Branding consistency. So now that after we looked at everything, let's go back to this thing. So this is the website and this is the channel. So you can still see the hints of.
Only the top part I would like to say, because the thumbnails are not related, except for the pixelated ones. But
Yes.
I'm not a fan of those, so
Yes.
it's kind of hard to.
But I would say that the pixelated ones, even though they suck, it looks like they were actually custom made, while the other ones
True.
look more like captured from the video. So
Yeah,
It's
at least
more
there's some effort.
yeah. So
But the pixelated one, the ones at the bottom is like blue and yellow, right? It's not purple and yellow. Or is yellow just the only color, I guess? Because the more you go down, the more inconsistent it becomes.
Yeah, but I know they've been using this blue before.
Was Nimdzi blue before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe before that they were using the yellow just as the accent color.
Right.
You know, the small thing that makes it pop. Yeah, and otherwise it was blue.
Hey, that Nimdzi learning is really great. That thumbnail. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So branding consistency.
3.
We would say
That's to me is 3.
3. Yeah. Okay. All right, and we said the last video, which was a live stream, and we should pick one that was not live streamed.
Guilt? Is Guilt a live stream?
Probably no, it doesn't say streamed, but
Okay.
we do the most popular one.
Yeah.
But it's 3 years ago.
Oh.
That's I don't think that people would even bother.
What about that
uploading
one?
something about
The one that's 5 months ago? Oh,
Which one?
5 months ago?
The
second-
States
Yeah.
webinar.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. All right. Dum-ba-doo-dum. Oh, this is the guy. I think this is the guy from the thumbnail that was hidden behind the text. Yeah.
He's hidden behind it. Machine interpreting and computer assisted interpreting. Okay. In the interpreting market, there are 2 main artificial. Yeah, it's like giving me some essay vibes.
Yeah.
So machine interpreting and computer tools, while machine translate. No. Yeah. I think it's not like when it comes to copy, it's important to be short and sweet and to the point.
Yep.
If it's about machine interpreting and computer assisting, like I don't really need to know too much from reading. It shouldn't give away any of that content. It could just be kind of like we are comparing machine interpreting and computer assisted interpreting in blah 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 terms, because like the title suggests we're talking about 2 things, but I don't really know what we are talking about between these 2 things. So I think the copy can just be we are talking about XYZ between these 2, and that should be it, because the whole copy basically explains to you there are 2 types, which you already know kind of from the title. You already said machine and this thing, so we already know this video is gonna talk about 2 things. Well, while machine interpreting and computer may not be as mature as their cousins, machine translation and computer assisted translation, the recent cycle in demand, blah, 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 blah. So now it's kind of like, okay, are we comparing it to the other 2 things, which is like 4 things? So after reading it, I still don't really know what the video is about. So yeah. And then the last part is just join. It's kind of like a socials plugin. It's just plugin. So it's not as important.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So from what you said, I would highlight the part where you said get to the point, because to me this whole first paragraph, first of all, it's too long for YouTube. To me it looks like this is a paragraph that you would use in an article to
the beginning of an article.
Set the
tone.
Set the stage.
Yeah.
Like this is how it looks like in the world. But I think in YouTube, especially if you want the people the video to be discovered through search, where you really have sort of like 1-2 sentences that people read in the search, then this is like you're reading news, something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like even if I read this whole thing, I'm not sure if I missed something, but I still know like what I'm going to get from this video. Like,
no, I don't.
Going to describe this thing? Are you going to compare it? Are you going to have a discussion? Or what?
I don't know. And I thought it was 2 things. By the end, I'm like, okay, are we talking about 4 things? So yeah, because it talks about cat and MT, right? So now it's like, well, okay, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Also, if I would say, if I'm really, really nitpicky, if it's a long discussion and it is about 2 things or 4 things, might be good to add some timestamps to just section it, because this video is 1 hour and 31 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Anything else about the
Copy? Nope.
SEO part of this? I think they are using the
Where is the SEO? If you
keywords
scroll down,
here.
I don't see the keywords.
No tags.
No tags.
Yeah, but we should also say that from what I'm reading, the tags don't matter that much or don't matter at all, even though we still use them. It's more about...
It does for individual videos, though.
What does it mean, individual videos?
Like if you want people to discover this video by itself, it still matters. I wouldn't say it doesn't matter.
But I think what matters, what I'm reading everywhere, is it's mostly the title and the description. The tags don't play such a big role. So like let's say if you put the tags here and your title is screwed, it's not going to help you.
Yeah.
If you have a good title and description and you have no tags, it should still work. Especially if the people once the people are actually watching the video.
Yeah,
or
but I think for a video with 88 views, maybe tags could help boost it. So I would still say it's important. And it doesn't hurt, right, to add them.
True. But to Tucker's point, it's like maybe they don't want to bother with it. But maybe at least what you could do is just put these 2 terms in the video tags. That would be better than nothing. But I think the most important part is the description. Okay. So second one. This was a webinar. I don't know why the hashtags are at the front, on top of the description. The state of the language industry today. I think that's good. Every year, market researchers and language service experts names launch an international survey to paint a picture. The market analysis is freely available and covers topics including
It would have been better if the topics themselves were timestamped. That's for one. The style is the same, right? It's kind of still like an article style.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of that. In this webinar, VP of Research and Nimdzi joined by co-founder, talk about the latest data in Nimdzi, That maybe is better.
Yes.
Than the beginning,
yes.
I would say.
Yes.
You can probably take away the every year market research, just scratch all of that, pull the bottom to the top, and then leave the topics and then timestamp them. I think that would make it really good.
Yes, absolutely agree. Yes.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's like the first sentence I might just give up. And then I don't get to the point, which actually the copy does tell what the video is about, right?
Right.
Yeah. And also, in the search bar, we will only see every year market research and language service expert and Nimdzi launch and international survey. That's it. Probably will be cut off. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But the title is expressive. Yep. Title is good.
Yeah. State of the language industry
today.
Yeah. I think it's good. But I would be interested in how Adrian would create a title for this. I think like if like my thought process is, if somebody's talking about the state of the language industry, it's like you have, I don't know, analyze it and you have some data. Like maybe I would put like some numbers into the title, or like something shocking or something like that. Something like more clickbaity.
Yeah.
Yeah, except other than the webinar. I think like the webinar could be simply just removed. I don't think it helps anything.
Yeah.
And maybe put something else. Okay. Anyway, so I'll let you rate the copywriting SEO. I would maybe say, I mean, I said I would let you, but shut up. Okay, please.
2,
Yes,
I would say.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back to the home page. So our final score as I count this. So we have 3 for the first impression, 2 for graphics, 3 for content strategy, 3 for branding consistency, and 2 for copywriting SEO. The final score would be 13 out of 25. And that's that.